being held at gunpoint. You've taken everything I have. The one that I'm the most embarrassed about, still to this day, because the amount of money I've spent on this upsets me. I assure you, whatever way you are, I have been just as bad, if not worse, and this method is just incredible. Hello guys, how are we? Welcome to week 2 for the August paycheck. So when you're seeing this, I shall be on holidays. I'm pre-recording, but yeah, super excited to get into today and start building up some of our savings challenges again, because everything got emptied for the holiday that I am currently on at the time you're watching this. So hopefully I'm not off spending everything. Hopefully I will come back with money, but we need to get to work on building that up for next year's holiday. So I'm going to grab my wallet and we can unstuff that first. So we have our spending money. So we only had a 5 left from last week and the beautiful Infinity Challenge. So that's what we have there. And then in dates, we have 15. We haven't done anything with that. It's only been a few days since I filmed the last one, so literally have not had a chance to go anywhere. We've just been prepping to go on holiday, you know, like giving myself facials, doing my pedicure, stuff like that. I say we, it's just me. As in just me doing all this prepping. My fiance is just waiting to go. So yeah, I haven't had a chance to spend any money whatsoever. So then we have 25 for food, so we'll pop that up there and move this out of our way. And then just grab our wallet reserves so we can stuff this. I am delighted with this binder. I did not think when I decided to do wallet reserves that it would build up so quickly, but it turns out I don't spend as much money when I know I have somewhere to put it. So that's brilliant. So we have 35 in spending money now. And I can dip back into this whenever I want it, but I just don't. Which is incredible, because before I started cash stuffing, I would impulsively spend all the money in my account. But now that I have an envelope to put it in, I don't bother. It just makes you think a lot more about the purchases. It makes you a lot more intentional. So if you're watching this and thinking, oh, that won't work for me, or, you know, like nothing can curb my habit, I assure you, whatever way you are, I have been just as bad, if not worse, and this method is just incredible. So dates now has 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 90. Oh my god. I kind of had like a goal in mind of having like 100 in dates, but I feel like we're going to pass that goal really soon and keep going, which is just mind-blowing. And just in case you didn't know, I have only been doing this since June. So today or a few days ago marked 2 months of me doing cash stuffing. And this is where I am currently, which is incredible. Maybe I should do like a check-in video. I think I might do a check-in video at 3 months to like show you a rundown of all my binders and how much is in there, because I didn't start this with anything other than my emergency fund. So yeah, like it speaks for itself. So fun has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 70. Very exciting. Just need to find something fun to do now. We're not putting food money in because this will be going to our 100 envelope challenge. And coffee got stuffed in the monthly, cinema got stuffed in the monthly, and buffer got stuffed in the monthly. So very happy with that. So we can grab our money for week 2 now. So how has everybody been? How's everyone's week? I know we're coming to the end of school holidays now, so we probably have kiddies going back to school. People going back to work, if you were off for any amount of time. So I hope everybody's doing well. And that the weather is calming down wherever you are, be it rain or too much sun. So for our weekly amount that we are stuffing then. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 2 to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and there's €3 in there, making it 300 and... Wait, what? 300 and... Oh, bear with. Oh, she's not computing. €338. Wow, okay. These last couple of weeks have got my brain absolutely scrambled. So, where will we begin? The purse. Always start with the purse. Because that means the spending money actually gets to spend some amount of time in the spending envelope before we give it to the Infinity Challenge. Alrighty. I can't complain though, because that Infinity Challenge eventually is going to go towards something for me. I might do a facial or a hair appointment or something like that. And honestly, I'm not sure I would, if I wasn't doing the Infinity Challenge with my spending money, I'm not sure I would save that money for something like that for myself. So the Infinity Challenge for me is like an exercise in self-care. And yeah, I think it's a great way to do it. Like, lots of people do it for lots of different reasons. I know Iris Budgets puts hers into the sinking funds. So whatever amount the Infinity Challenge takes off her from spending, she'll put it into one of her sinking funds for some like extra love on that, which is absolutely brilliant. That's a great way to do it as well. But I definitely have a trouble with like spending my money on self-care, which is really weird for me to say, because that's literally all I used to spend my money on. But then once I like moved out of my parents' house and started living on my own and like had to do bills and everything, I stopped spending money on myself because I didn't have the money to spend on myself, and I just never really got back in the rhythm of doing it. So yeah, it's definitely something don't want to spend loads of money on it, but I don't want to feel guilty spending money on myself for things like that, because realistically, how I was spending my money before cash stuffing was absolutely stupid anyway, like multiple Amazon deliveries a week. What else? Mostly Amazon, to be honest. Amazon and food takeaways. So the fact that I was spending money on those things and not feeling guilty, but then when I spend money on myself for like a facial or get a hair appointment, I feel guilty about it. It doesn't really make sense. But that's how it is to live inside my brain. Oh, no, you're a nice one. Do we have any crappy ones? There we go. But yeah, I don't know. Is that like a coming of age thing? Is that like once you move out of your parents' house and you become... I don't want to say I became more responsible with money. I just had more bills and less money to be irresponsible with. And for some reason, it felt better to be irresponsible, but buying things like the stuff I'd buy on Amazon would be for the house. You know what I mean? Or a takeaway is like, food, well, you gotta eat. So I somehow managed to justify that to myself, but couldn't justify self-care. Having said that, I was mental with self-care when I was younger. So I would get paid every month, and on payday, or pay the week of me getting paid, I would get my nails done, which I still do. That's a non-negotiable. I'd get my nails done. I would get like a really expensive facial. I would get like my eyelashes done, my eyebrows done. I would get my hair done every 8 weeks. I was constantly getting some sort of like new procedure done to myself. So like I get my lips done, I get my eyebrows tattooed. So I have a few things that I still keep up, but definitely not as frequently. But I would always have something that I was spending my money on. And the one that I'm the most embarrassed about, still to this day, because the amount of money I've spent on this upsets me, is vitamins. I used to buy every month €250 worth of vitamins from the advanced nutrition program, and don't get me wrong, they were great, but I somehow managed to convince myself that I needed nearly everything they did. So I was taking about 8 to 9 vitamins a day, and it was all... And I mentioned about my skin before, that I've always suffered about my skin, and it's a lot better now. But it's a lot better now because I've realised that it was my diet and the fact that I have IBS that was affecting my skin, and I've learned how to manage that. So that's helped a lot. But I'd say there was probably 4 years, plus of my life where I was spending €250 a month on vitamins that were doing, maybe internally I'm really healthy, but externally my skin was not showing that I was taking these vitamins. And yeah, I don't even want to think about how much money I actually spent on that. So we can go into my binder first after all that about my vitamins. I'm glad I stopped anyway. That's the main thing. But yeah, I'm a sucker for marketing. I'm dangerous. If you tell me I need something, I'm like, God damn it, you're right. So Hair and Beauty now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 50, 60, 75. Beautiful. Kombucha will be getting 13. Haven't spent this yet, but I did put the money in the account because I will be making an order soon. And this gets the €3 as well. So there's now 6 in there and 16. Oh God, please don't do that. Just, it's 26. I tried to start counting from 16. No, hold on, there's another 10. So that's €36 in there, not including the placeholders because I will spend those soon. Health is getting 10. This is a good month for the sinking funds because of the fact that I'm not saving as much for my holiday this month. It means I can kind of do a month of beefing up my sinking funds a bit before I go back into like intensive saving for my next holiday. So health has 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 75, 85, 90. Is that right? I'm pretty sure that's what it was last week. 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 75, 85, 90. Did I not put the tenner in? I can't remember. Sometimes when I'm talking, I completely forget what I'm doing. I'm just going to leave that for a second. And I know how much I'm supposed to have after all of my sinking funds. So I will come back to health if we're out by 10. So those are all good. Going out's getting a 10. I should probably rename going out to FOMO. Just make like a FOMO envelope. So to make sure that, you know, if somebody calls me, which nobody does, but if somebody calls me, they're like, let's do something. I'll be like, yes. So we have 10, 20, 30, 45, 50. And then pedicures isn't getting anything, and neither is laser. So that's this one. And for the rest of my sinking funds, so car tax will get 10. So we have 10, 25, 35, 45, 55. I was kind of devastated this week. I got like I'm such a drama queen, so I say I was devastated. What happened was I got an email from the people who provide my broadband. And in this email, they were like, oh, by the way, you've come to the end of like your introductory period. So your bill is going from €45 up to 60, I think it was. And I was like, oh, that's disgusting. So they also give me my phone. 10, 25, 35, 45, 55. So I rang them to see if there's anything they could do. And they were like, no, you're on a 12-month contract. So you have to basically, for the next 6 months, pay €60. And then at the end of that contract, we can then try and renegotiate it. So I've been looking around to see is there any other cheaper options, which there are, but they're all a lot slower. And we do use a lot of internet in the house. Like I do work from home mostly. So I have to be careful about changing broadband providers. So house now has 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. That's unreal. So I was shopping around. Everyone seems to be a little bit slower, so I don't know if it's going to work out. And I was like, oh, look, it's €15 a month. I'll be able to manage. I also talked to them about my phone plan, which was 25 a month. And they were like, oh, well, we can bring that down to 20. Like, no worries. And we'll just leave it at 20. And you still have all the same package. So I was happy enough with that. And I had basically emotionally come to terms with this. And then I got an email from my gas and electricity provider. And they were like, you're coming to the end of your contract. And I was like, what? So basically, apparently, I have been on like a 39% discount introductory offer for my gas and electricity for the last 12 months. And now, for the second year, it goes down to a 12% discount. And we have literally just managed to get ourselves onto this like level pay arrangement where they take 12 months of our usage and add it all up and divide it by 12. So rather than having low bills in the summer and high bills in the winter, I just pay the same amount all year. And we got that put in place, and now the contract is ending. So we have to sign up for the new contract with a 12% discount, which will then mean that those bills that we just agreed to and got set up are going to go up probably. So the bills are just all over the place. So Christmas has 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 210, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 305. Unreal. So yeah, that's all my bills are just coming crashing down on top of me at the minute. I don't think there's any bills. I'm crossing my fingers and touching wood and all sorts when I say I don't think there's any more bills that can come back to me right now and say that it's going up. And it was only a matter of time, to be honest, because everybody's been saying that, you know, the bills are going up and everything's increasing, and it hadn't for us. So it was only a matter of time till it got to us, to be honest. So birthdays is getting 10. So it's 10, 25, 35, 45. Yeah. So it is what it is. We'll manage. It's not the end of the world, but it doesn't feel great, especially with like budgeting, because I think that's the one thing about budgeting is you're just so aware of what you have. And we do have the money to cover this, but it takes it away from something else, which isn't a nice feeling. But we'll get there. And hopefully by, you know, the end of this year, early next year, things will start calming down in the world and prices might come back down. That's what I'm telling myself to make myself feel better. Technology now has 25, 35, 45, 50. Ooh, we're hitting milestones today. We got 50 in loads of envelopes. Or over 50 in some, which is incredible. So Future Huband is getting 5. I don't know at what point I will start to replace these with placeholders, because I'm not a fully recovered addict and I'm really nervous to put money into my account in case I do go spend it. So 60, because all it takes is like one bad mood and I'll just convince myself I need something, or I feel sorry for myself, I deserve a treat. And yeah, I do really, really well with cash. But once the money's in my account, like there has been times where I have my food, I always keep my food shopping money in my account because, as I always say, I shop online for my groceries. And there has been times where I've like taken little bits of money out of that to make like a sneaky Amazon purchase. And that's since I've started cash budgeting, because I'm trying to work on that, but I will wrap myself out. I still do that. So yeah, I'm still a little bit nervous to take money out of here and put it into my bank account. And in Ireland, we don't have anything like Monzo or Hyperjar. Those things look unreal, and I'm so jealous of the UK budgeters that have access to those things, but we don't really have anything like that in Ireland. We do have Revolut, but I'm a little bit wary of keeping loads of money in there. So Wedding now has 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Just so I've heard I have a Revolut account for traveling, especially like going to the US and stuff. Anywhere that has a different currency, Revolut's brilliant for, and I have used them and they are good. But I've just heard a lot of horror stories online about people getting locked out of accounts, or, you know, fraudulent activity being detected and then people's money being frozen on them. So I don't really want to put all my sinking funds into something that could potentially cause me issues. So giveaway has 20, 35, 40. Haven't decided when we'll do the next giveaway. I think we are just over 200 subscribers at the minute, which thank you so much for. And I think we'll probably target 250, 300 for the next giveaway, because that gives me some time to get a nice little lump in here so we can do something good. So Florida, I'm just going to show you this one. Haven't got anything in here yet because that's what all the savings challenges are going towards. But 80 each for each pineapple. Sorry, I just kind of started halfway through a sentence there. Each of these pineapples is €80. That will then get me up to 8,000. So I don't know how often we'll move stuff from the savings challenge binder into here, but we will figure it out as we go. So that is everything for our sinking funds. So I'm just going to count this to see if I did make a mistake. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 120, 130. Okay, no, that is wrong. We have €10 more than we're supposed to, because we're supposed to have 130. No, wait, what? We're supposed to have 120, and that was 100. So there should be 20, which means, but I always have a 5 left over for savings challenges. Ooh, okay. I'm just going to take these. These are going to go into health. I knew I must have missed that. Oh no, I remember now. I forgot. So I am not stuffing in my budget video. If you watched it, you will have seen that I had budgeted €10 a week towards my emergency fund, which I'm no longer stuffing. So I have like €10 available each week that I'm just freestyling with and putting it in wherever. So that is what this is. So I think we might go with health. Oh, we give it to hobbies. Hobbies never gets any love. Yeah. Let's give it to hobbies, because hobby gets nothing. Just throw 2 5s in there, which gives us €20 in hobbies. So that's nice. And then 120 to go into savings challenges, which is wonderful. So it's our favorite time. So straight in for the infinity. We're getting ourselves a routine of getting this out of the way. So we need our dice. Oh, sorry. Righty, oh, let's see. We were on 15 last week. So it's now -4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The full 20 is getting taken off me today. Oh well. I'm getting used to this now, where it's not bothering me anymore that I don't have any spending money, because I'm used to it. For the first month of cash stuffing, I never gave myself any spending money anyway, so I kind of trained myself. Not that I knew I was gonna get the infinity challenge at that point, but yeah, I prepared myself for this heartbreak. So infinity has 20, 40, 60, 80. 90, 105. Oh my god. That is incredible. Let us get our knockout 9 ready. Ooh. So we only have 2 lines left in here. Why did I take out the 20? Okay. Grab my Sharpie actually. So the cubes of doom say 3. Let's go straight for a 3. The cubes of doom say 10. 9 and a 1. We have 5. Let's go straight for a 5. We have, oh, what an odd place to land. 2, okay, we have a 2, we can do that. Need to knock out some of these higher numbers, come on. We now have a 4 and a 1, which is a 5, and we can't make a 5. So it's 4, 6, 7, and 8 today. Where's my calculator? There we go. Okay, so we have 4, 6, 7, and 8, which is 25. Jeez, okay. Rob me blind. Kind of regretting putting that money into hobbies now. That could have done me well. So 25 you need. So take a 20. Let us see if we can get ourselves a 5 from anywhere. I think 1 month ahead may have it. Ooh, excuse me. No, we only have 1. Oh, actually, you know what? There's a 5 in coins in here. So let's... Oh, sure, I only need the 1 5. What am I doing? Okay. Back in you go. Give it a 10. And run away screaming. So there's 45 in the knockout 9 already. It's only been 2 weeks. I did give it a little bit extra last week, to be fair, but... Okay, wild card. So put away the dice and grab the cards. So we got a nice high card last week, which I was happy with. The aim with wildcard is to stuff as much as possible into it, because this is like my beefy holiday challenge. So I got, the last couple of weeks I was pulling small enough ones. I think I got 40 2 weeks in a row. And now we are doing, and last week we got 100. So would not mind another 100 this week. Also would be satisfied with maybe a 70 or 80. So I'm liking the look of you. 10. Okay, so that's 100. So that worked perfectly. So that should be 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. Oh, Christ on a bike. What? Oh, how the turns have tabled. What? Rolled 100, only has 90. That's concerning. Right. We'll say nothing. You didn't see anything. I'm giving it all my money. I'm being held at gunpoint. You've taken everything I have. Wonderful. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. So we have 190 in there now. Should be 200, but isn't. Will I put an IOU? I think I will, because that's going to bother me otherwise. I never wanted to get into the game of IOUs, but here we are. I'm just going to take this off because I'm scared the Sharpie might bleed. So I owe you €10. I'll just pop that in on the inside then. And I'll probably forget about it and be a lovely gift for me when I come back from my holidays. But if I have money left over, at least I can give it to the wild card. So we have nothing else, do we? No coins. That was a quick and easy week. So, thanks so much for joining me, guys. I really appreciate you watching. If you got this far, you're not subscribed. Please consider subscribing. I really enjoy interacting with everybody, and I love the support I've been getting and holding me accountable for this. So yeah, you guys are changing my life, little do you know. But thanks so much, and I shall chat to you soon. Bye, guys.